Alright, filming on my new camera because I was gonna save it for an unveil on my main channel, but since this is my second channel, some people, people won't fucking know. Anyway, Pokemon Sun Moon, that dropped this morning before I went to work, and then I was like, oh, I gotta come home and make a video about it, so here I am. So yeah, Pokemon Sun Moon, they dropped release dates, they dropped starters, they dropped legendaries, so many Pokemon, so much goodness. Like, the legendaries were just like, whatever. Sun and Moon. I'm gonna throw up my red flags right away. Basically, this time around, we don't have a gimmick. We don't have that, like, thing they show off that's like, oh, look at this big new innovation. You know, it's not, because it's the same thing every time, but I'm still probably going to buy it, because I'm probably in that camp where Nintendo makes most of their money, just people like, oh, I'll buy it anyway. So, yeah, I'm scared there's not enough innovation here. I think this might just be one of those generations or years where not much happens. Gen 5, I think, was a good example. So we got the Sun and Moon, and, you know, Pokemon, they got X, Y, they're gonna use every duality concept there is for their games now, black and white. Now we got Sun and Moon, and unless you live, like, before we figured out what the Sun and Moon was, the Sun's a lot more important than the Moon. I'm probably gonna get Pokemon Sun. Also because that legendary just looks a lot more badass, I think. The concepts for both of them, I think, are pretty solid. They aren't over, there's not so much going on, like with, like, Zygarde and shit like that. They're simple enough, but also elegant enough to be, like, a legendary. And the starters, we got that owl, the flying owl. I might pick that one because, you know, it can be my HM slave, and also because, I don't know, I was pretty okay with that one. There was the Litleo or whatever it was. It's so lit. People are fucking clever on the internet. I like that one. I thought we have enough cats, and, like, we even had a fire fox cat thing already, so now we have another. It was like, and then we had just kind of generic, that water or whatever it was. I don't even really give a fuck. But for me, it's the final forms that matter, so that's what I really care about. So as far as it goes right now, I'm sticking with the owl. If not, I don't know. And we also, there seems to be, you know, a little customization going on with the characters. They seem, they look, I don't know if it was just me, they look like more mature. I was like, that's like at least a 16-year-old, but maybe that's just me. They already kind of look at least elderly preteen. Maybe they've always been, considering, back in the day it was just, you know, bits, little, you know what I mean. And the release dates, you know, I think we're moving towards an era where release dates are a lot, like, the distance between them isn't as big. And yeah, this game's gonna make its money regardless, as long as it exists. That's all that matters. But Pokemon has such a genius concept, and it works itself over and over again in such unrepetitive form. I know some people find it repetitive. I don't. And the games I've always loved. There are some off years where I'm just like, I'm really not feeling it. But then there's those some years, like with X and Y, where I'm like, damn, this brought me back in. I'm hyped. Even though I've, you know, stopped playing like I did back in the day, I still really love them. And so that's my just quick initial reaction to Sun and Moon. I am skeptical, but I'm also excited. I think there'll be good games, again, with the 3D Pokemon, you know, with the big open worlds and, like, the Hawaiian theme. I love I love that idea. I really just want some Hawaiian Pokemon music. I think that's a great idea. I would also, so that's honestly like one of my, like, I'm so excited for the Hawaiian theme. Um, which I think is I know I said it's not going to be pretty innovative, but I think that's a good choice. We've been to Paris and U.S. and all these other places, so I think that's a really cool idea, like just Hawaii. Maybe they're running out of places, but I think that's a good one. I think there's going to be a lot more water stuff going on. With that being said, I think that's just my quick initial reaction. I think I might give a more developed response in the future when we have more information. But with that being said, thank you for watching, and with that, I leave you.